Hi, my name is Harun Hassan, and I would like to start off by asking one question. What do we do when we buy breakfast, when we buy lunch, when we pay for our education, when we buy a car? The answer is simple. We trade money for a good. Uh, this is known as trade. And today I'm going to be talking about trade. Well, the etymology of this word comes from Middle Low German, which is pronounced tra, which means track. Low German, which is pronounced Tron or Trodin, which also means track. In West Flemish, it's Tra, which means walk, march, or course. Old Saxon is Trada, which means footstep or track. Old High German is pronounced Trata, and Middle High German is pronounced Trate or Trot, which basically means footstep, trace, or track. Uh, it also means way and passage. Uh, the word actually used in the English comes from West Germanic oblong series, which is pronounced trad, trad, or trade. Apparently, it was introduced in the 14th century. The word was actually used in the context of a ship, like course or track of a ship. And so the basic theme is of this word actually comes from course or track. As the word went on for the 14th, 15th, and 16th century, it was basically the same. But as it was moving on in the 17th, 18th century, uh, the meaning was kind of moving towards dealing and trading, trading in a sense of dealing with another country. And in the 19th century, it was actually used as actually trading goods with the other country. So with the use of ships. Uh, and then in the 20th century, the word the word was used as trading goods and in the form of a business, which meant profiting off of selling goods. And the meaning today is the most modern meaning is to be bought and sold at a price. So when we say price, we mean money, but this hasn't been the original form of trade. The first form of trade was known as barter, which meant trading a good for another good. So, for example, you trade a bag of beans for a bag of rice, but this had many problems with it. Like, suppose the person who was giving the bag of beans wanted to trade a person who was giving a bag of rice, but the bag of rice person didn't want a bag of beans, he wanted a bag of sugar. So you would have to go trade the rice for the sugar to trade for the beans. So this would be a headache. So people came up with another form of trade, which they use currency or precious metals. So silver, gold, and coins were used. Uh, but this also became a headache because you needed large quantities if you wanted to buy large quantities. So in Europe, banks came along, which held deposits of gold and silver, and they would give out receipts. These receipts were used in trading, and this formed the concept of paper money, which is used today for trading. And as time goes along, it actually now we're moving from paper to plastic, which is credit cards and debit cards. So trading methods are changing as we go along, but the theme is the same: keeping track of your money, which is keeping track of your trade. So I want to talk about. I also want to say there are government agencies that also monitor these trades, known as Department of Agriculture, Department of Commerce, Department of Defense, Department of Homeland Security, Department of Justice, Department of Labor, Department of State, Department of Treasury, Department of Transportation, Export-Import Bank of the United States, and Federal Reserve, and there are other more, but these are like a few of them. And a few synonyms for the word are sell, deal, swap, barter, trade in, merchandise, commerce, mercantilism, commercialism, and craft. In conclusion, I would say this word relates in a daily purpose in our life. As we wake up till we sleep, every single day, we have to use it in order to get by.